Hey guys, welcome to another Focus project update video. That is the old transmission out of my gray Focus that was making the roaring sound. Tore it apart, replaced the output shaft bearing that was noisy with a Timken from Amazon, as opposed to buying the whole hub. Put a new input shaft bearing in it, resealed the case halves, and there you go. We were out of the TA16 silicone, but we had a half of a bottle laying around that had been opened already, so I just used that. Seems like it's going to work fine. It'll probably leak. Who am I kidding? So today I'd like to change the drive belts here. You know, the AC one's missing, so get that on there. Maybe recharge it another day. It's getting to be the end of the work day here. If I have time, possibly go ahead and flush the brakes out today, but I might do that another day. Oh, and I'll check the condition of the spark plugs and valve cover gasket as well. And I keep forgetting to tell you guys, I kind of put a coat of wax on it last weekend and detailed it a little bit. Put some new floor mats in, which are dirty now, because I've been driving it every day for a week. But kind of ran some cleaner on the seats too. Wiped down the dash. Wiped down the interior. Cleaned the steering wheel. She's good to go. Just need to do the headliner too. I think that the easiest way to replace the belt, the main belt here, would be to pull the engine vent out and raise the engine up a little bit. But I'm going to do it the hard way today because I'm stupid. Okay? Before I raise it up, I'm going to go ahead and get the belt off of here, off the tensioner, because it's hard to reach that from the bottom. Pull that belt off. Ooh, I slid it off the water pump first. Slid a degas bottle up out of the way to help a little. I just went ahead and pulled the whole belt out from the top. I'm going to take the new one and kind of route it down there and get it on the hard to reach ones up here before routing it down there. Okay, we've got it around the inner rib portion of the crankshaft. Okay, around the alternator there. Then from there it goes straight up to the tensioner, and on the left of the tensioner it goes around the water pump and back down to the crankshaft. So right now it's just popped off the tensioner, so I'll turn that over and get it on. Sorry, that was wrong. The far portion of the crankshaft goes straight up to the tensioner up top. Then from the tensioner it goes down to the water pump and to the alternator. That is a separate belt. Woohoo, got it on. Now time for the easy one, the stretchy belt. Sarcasm. Oh, that popped out again. Woohoo. Thought I had some self-tappers laying around. I was going to hold it as a joke. I'm not going to put that through the bumper. Looks like I need to take this stupid shield off, okay, to get the belt around here. It's just a bunch of 10mm bolts. You should have seen the debris. Look at all that debris that came off of there. I'm going to kind of pull the top of this belt up over the edge of the crankshaft. And on the far side, I'm going to put this installer here from AutoZone on there. It goes on the crankshaft like that with that little divot on the edge of the crankshaft pulley there. Kind of like that. You see that? It's on the far side there. I'm going to turn the engine over clockwise from the bolt on the crank pulley and try to get this stupid stretch belt on here. Okay? Let me know in the comments if you've ever split one of these, because it looks like I'm about to. Alright, I just kind of had to work with it a little bit. I got it on. Just kind of on the far end here with my hand, I just pushed or pulled on whichever way I needed to aim it and just kept turning the engine over and it's on. Time to go ahead and snug up these bolts on the bottom here for the shield. See about flushing these brakes out today. Sound good? Ew. Guys, take a look at your focuses. Make sure that the cowl is popped in, because I've seen, it seems like whenever there's water in the bell housing on a clutch job, where the water rots the clutch and stuff, it seems like every one of those, the cowl's popped up. And I don't know if rainwater's getting down in here and getting in the bell housing or what. That might be a stretch, but just can't hurt to check. Alright, I've got the master cylinder sucked out with the vacuum puller thingy of mine. I've got some extra spare brake fluid laying around that I'm going to use. By the way, when I replace the transmission, I'm going to put this Yamaha oil in there, run it about 10 miles, and then put this in. Just kind of flush any debris out of that transmission. Got that there reservoir topped off. Now I'm going to hook this machine up, a pressure bleeder. fill her up. Sorry about that. Go ahead and build up some pressure, okay? That ought to be plenty. I'm going to get all the wheels off now and just crack the bleeders for a while. Wheels are off. The bleeders are all 10 millimeter. Go ahead and start at the right rear and just let it rip until it's clean fluid coming out there. Yeah, 25 psi is a little light for the rear, it looks like, but yeah, it'll work. We'll run it for maybe a minute or so. Looks pretty clean now. I think that's enough. It's been a minute. Move on to the left rear. By the way, if you guys are curious, I'll be putting my transmission in next weekend. We're closed tomorrow, unfortunately, so yeah. There goes the left rear. She's bleeding out. That sounds so wrong. Just let it keep going until that's more clear looking. Although the .4 LV that I put in is kind of got a tinge to it. So these rear brake hoses here are kind of a little crusty-wusty. It's a little sketch burrito. Oh well, get that another time here. Here goes the right front. It's actually 9 millimeter up front. Amazing. Alright, well, I won't bore you with the rest. Just gonna bleed the right or left front after this, and I'll be done. So next weekend I'll be putting the transmission in, like I said. Probably a couple more things in between. So if you want to see more Focus Project, stay tuned. Have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was entertaining.